Hill is here in just a moment, and we'll talk to you in a minute. But first of all, we're going to go to the happiest place in the world. Paddy Hill is here, heading on tour to celebrate his 30 career and his upcoming 60th birthday.
Yes.
Surely not.
Yes.
Never.
Has Andy Peters actually got a permanent address?
No. He's a nomad.
Yes, I'm going on tour.
You're going on tour?
A Diamond Jubilee Lap of Honour.
I love it.
So I thought, because I've been at it so long,
yes,
I should do some... I've got some new bits, but I thought I would do some old greatest hits, if you like.
Greatest hits? Are the Badgers coming back?
And so I've been in talks with the Badgers. And they've agreed to come on.
They have? Where have they been all this time?
In the loft.
Oh,
no,
fine.
Not in the loft. Did I say the loft? No, they've been in their sets. They've
been having a nice time away from the wacky world of showbiz.
So they're joining me.
But now they feel ready to come back.
Possibly the knitted character. And I'm going to talk to Wagbo. See if
knitted character. You won't remember this, but when you came on, you know, and you were talking about the knitted character, and you know all of our crew, they're brilliant, but they've seen everybody, done everything, and the only person they wanted their photo with, not you, sadly,
I remember, it was
the knitted character. It was like we were all hysterical.
Yeah. But he hasn't done anything since, though, has he? The knitted
Not
character.
really. It didn't. It sort of peaked at TV Burp,
I think he had the wrong agent.
And then it just didn't really do that. During this, are you going to involve the audience?
So
whether they like it or not?
Yeah, what I'm doing, because I have my son Gary with me.
That's right, yeah.
And I normally do jokes with him, so I'm going to get someone... I'm looking to be in a double act, Lorraine.
Right.
And I'm going to audition people to help me.
Fantastic.
So they're going to help me out with some... That's the idea, anyway. It's early, it's not till next February.
I know, but you're putting it all together now.
So I'm putting it all together,
You're getting it all sorted.
Bit. Yeah.
Are you looking forward to it, though? Are you slightly, because it's been a wee while since you were out there.
Yeah, well, only a couple of years.
Yeah.
I didn't tour for a long time.
I remember.
And when I used to tour when the kids were young, I used to feel a bit bad about being on the road.
Yeah.
Missing out and, all that. But since the kids have left home...
Yeah, and then you've got one with them. You've got your boy with you as well.
I've got my son Gary.
So that's good. So you'll see each other a lot.
So I don't feel so, So actually, I'm embracing the travel and the and the gigs are always fun. But,
no, absolutely. You're also, the thing is, I can't believe you're 60 because you're very silly, and I think being silly keeps you young, don't you?
Yeah, I think you have to hold on to a bit of playfulness, Lorraine.
Playfulness.
You think? Did I scare Richard Madeley a bit too much, do you think?
No, it's fine. No, it was absolutely perfect. I did honestly not know you were going to do that.
He's living life on a knife edge, isn't he? He's very highly strung.
Well, he is now, to be fair.
Yeah.
He very much is now.
No, but it's important to be silly.
It's so important to be silly, and I know you're going to give us a masterclass in being silly towards the end of the year. So you need to come back and tell us about that when the book comes out, about being silly and doing a silly thing every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's 365 things to do every day.
I know.
So the idea is maybe get kids doing silly things rather than on their phones a bit.
Yeah, silly, lovely things.
That playful thing that we used to do.
I know.
Running around. Maybe take a sausage on a skateboard for a walk,
Yes,
Yeah.
Why not? See, the thing is, you're only limited by your imagination, which means you are not limited at all in any way whatsoever. Tell me about this podcast you're doing.
Oh, I've started...
I love me a podcast.
So I'm the last comedian in the country
you are.
to have a podcast.
Amazed you've not done it before.
Well, I was waiting for an idea that I thought would be different to other people. So my idea is called Are We There Yet?
Yes.
It's a family-friendly podcast.
Right.
Designed
No
to get
swearing.
No swearing. So a lot of podcasts are really funny, and I'm a fan of... I did Kathy Burke's podcast.
Oh, it's very good.
And Nick Grimshaw and Angela
Very
Hartnett as well. Lots of really funny. But often you can't listen to them with the kids because they are a little bit rude. So mine is funny, hopefully, and silly. And we get a guest on and we have a theme. Right. All right? So we talk to an expert. So Nick Grimshaw, we talked to an expert about eels.
Okay.
We had an expert on about knits with Alan Carr.
Oh, I quite like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah. And the weird thing is, I thought it would just be an excuse to be sort of a bit funny.
Yeah.
But actually, I have learnt so much.
Well, this is it. There's a lot to be told about it.
There's a lot to be learnt.
There is.
Do you know how big the largest eel in the world is?
I have no idea how big the largest eel in the world is. I think
4 metres.
4 metres?
4 metres
That's
long.
quite big. That's quite
So
scary.
it educates and entertains. It's what Lord Reith had in mind when he set the BBC up.
He had you in mind.
I'm the torchbearer.
when he was doing it. He did have you in mind. Do you feel any different when you're going to be 60? Do you feel like you've grown up yet?
Well, you know what? All these so-called landmark birthdays, you think, oh, I'm going to be 30, oh, I'm going to be 40. But they just keep coming and you just shrug them off and, you know.
And it's fine.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I mean,
no good.
I'm pretty well, I think.
You are.
Yeah.
You are very much so. I didn't know that you were a gymnast. Is that really true?
No.
Do you
I got
just
my
make that up?
BAG Award 4.
Is that good?
And when I was at school, and there was talk about me perhaps performing, you know, there was this sort of big gymnastics display at Crystal Palace. But it burnt down. No, of course, it's a joke. Sorry, it's a terrible joke.
That was a wee while ago.
So I did the...
Even though you're 60.
I did the forward roll.
The forward roll.
I think the award 4 was the forward roll, the Arab spring, which was like a cartwheel that you landed on 2 feet.
Right.
There was the crab.
Right.
I could try and do the crab for you. Which would you prefer? Do you want me to do one of them? I can see if I can still do it.
Well, go on then.
The crab or the forward roll?
Well, the forward roll, is the forward roll just tumbling over your wilkies?
This carpet is filthy.
Isn't it, though? It's terrible. It's awful. It really is. I don't think you should in case you damage yourself.
Oh, OK.
What if you damaged yourself before your next podcast and before the big tour and before everything? That would be a bad thing.
Yeah, but maybe I could
do
get
it for
some
me
compensation.
later. So you say it's a forward roll. That is just tumbling over your wilkies.
Yeah.
It's just that.
It's just,
It's not really that impressive.
Well, there were a lot of people very impressed. Let me tell you, Lorraine.
I know. Well,
Back
I'm
in
really looking forward.
1976.
I'm looking forward to seeing the Badgers and the tour. It's new bits and greatest hits.
Yes.
And starts next.
Yeah, all around the country. A lot of places I've never been before.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Truro and Babacoom.
Beautiful.
No,
oh, you'll have a smashing time. You can take the Badgers out for a walk. Lovely. I look forward to that. Thank you, Harry. Right, still